dusted now. That's dead in the water. And you've got a new opponent, Nikolai Ferta. What do you know about him?
To be honest, I don't know much about it. I think he's a bum, to be honest. All truthful opinions, yeah. People can say, oh, he's been the distance with Ferfa, but I'd say he's a journeyman from America.
From Povetkin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to get flattened. Because I'm in all systems go mode, and it ain't my fault that they've got to bring some American over who's 120 and lost 8.
Who else have they offered to fight to?
They've offered to fight to Mike Perez, offered it to David Price.
Why didn't Perez take it?
Perez made 25 million excuses. Then he wanted to fight, then he didn't want it, then he did, then he didn't. Yeah, so Nick Hennessy said, right.
Because he was supposed to fight last night on the McCluskey undercard.
Yeah. What happened was, yeah, Rogan, we thought it was Rogan, yeah, then he said no, yeah. So we was going to fight Perez, and Hennessy contacted him and he said, oh no, we're fighting Jonathan Banks on McCluskey undercard, yeah. So when he put his offer forward and let him know what it was, yeah, he said, oh no, we're fighting on that card, yeah, didn't want to fight. So then Hennessy had already set up another fight with this Leif Larson, yeah. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So that was on the cards. And then they rung back and said, oh, we'll take that fight now. So Hennessy said, right, are you definitely going to take it? So he said, yeah. So we took the fight again. And then Matchroom come back and said, oh, we've got Banks' signature on a piece of paper, yeah? So you're definitely going to be fighting it. So he said, oh, we're going to fight Banks again, because they must fancy Banks, an easier job than me, yeah? So that was that. So then he didn't fight, they didn't want to fight in the end, yeah? And then this Larson fella, that was all supposed to be happening. He was like 14-0 with 11 knockouts, big punching, big man, yeah?
Former NFL player, pretty high profile in Norway. And but
big fella, yeah. And he was coming into the country, then he couldn't come into the country because he had offensive child abuse.
I heard that, yeah.
So he'd have definitely copped it if I'd have got him for child abusing, and I'd abused him completely. And then, there's just been so. Then they offered it to Price, and they said, oh, it's not enough time to prepare, and we want a mandatory British title and all that shit, yeah. Sexton is not training at the moment. He wants 2 combat fights.
Because Sexton would have actually been I personally thought should have got Sexton here, because obviously well known here. He beat Rogan here, and you couldn't get Rogan, so you get maybe like McCluskey did with Prescott. You couldn't get you can't get a rematch with Khan, so he went and bought the
But he wants 2 warm-up fights before he fights against Sexton.
Right. Okay.
Skelton. He wants a warm-up fight before he fights.
Okay.
Michael Sprott is fighting Dimitrenko for the European.
Yeah.
Richard Towers don't want the fight because he just don't want it.
Big Audley.
Big Audley, Channel 5 won't accept him.
Right.
He'd take the fight, Audley, tell he won't have him.
Yeah.
So, where'd you go from there?
BBC will have him.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's dancing around on a Saturday.
Yeah, and then David A's not interested in the British title.
Right, okay.
So there's your top 10. Tom Ballas just got blew away by Price. Yeah, so he's not worthy. And then Larry Olabomiwo, he got done in and all. Coleman Barrett got on the computer saying he'd fight this and fight that. So he got in touch with Coleman Barrett. Coleman Barrett didn't want to fight when it come down to it. And then Rogan didn't want it. So here we are. This Fertha's jumped up and said, yeah, I'll fight, no problem. So game man. He's coming over here for a fight. And to be honest with you, these are the type of fights that you come unstuck against.
Because you underestimate him a little.
It's not that I'm underestimating him. It's just that I think it's a short notice fight for him. Yeah. Plus, I know he's went the distance with Povetkin and all that. He's at 6'6" and 18 stone, and he's the NABA champion or something. Yeah. So he's a decent man. Well, if I'm any good, I'll beat him. If I'm useless, I won't.
Yeah.
So, and I want to be beating him nice and comfortable as well.
So we took you over to the to see the King's Hall there today. Had you been over there already from your last trip?
Press conference there.
Right. Okay. You looking forward to fighting in Belfast? New fans and all that?
It's one of them things, isn't it? I want to fight all over the world. It's not just Belfast or London or wherever. I've fought in Canada now. I fought in Dublin. I'm fighting in Belfast. I'd like to fight in America.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be fighting in America soon. I'd like to fight in Australia. I'd like to fight all over the world, you know. I think that's how you get famous throughout the world as a champion, you know. Ali fought all over the world, so if I'm good enough to do that type of thing, then I want to fight all over, you know, build fan base up all over the world, not just in my own country.
Yeah. So you're here for the start of the fight week. What have you got planned for the week?
Well, I'm leaving it to Mick and the other Mick and see what they come up with.
Yeah.
I'm easy. I'm just in chilling mode.
It's going to take it easy.
All the training's been done, and just concentrating on Thursday, to be honest. Because, like you say, as many men look past the first hurdle and tripped up on it, isn't it?
All right. Listen. Thanks very much for talking to us. It was a great interview. Really enjoyed it, and we'll catch up with you again at the weigh-in.
Yep. No problem.
Cheers. Thanks very much, Tyson.
That'll do. Take care.